telling you, the Sabbath is on a Sunday. It's not a Saturday. Bro, don't you yell at me. You know what? Never talk to me again. Don't call this number. Don't. Bye. Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there. Hey, my name is Matthew Little, and welcome back to my sick-ass channel. Ahoy there team. So, can't believe it's actually the end of the year here for my time at Pathways. It's gone so fast, and yet somehow it also feels like it's been way longer than a year. I don't know, it's one of those like weird vibes, but it's actually been so bliss. It's been so amazing. Earlier in the year I put out a video about middle of the year about what I was doing with Pathways and then my internship here at Crossroads Church. There's plenty of footage from my various ministries on that. This time, don't know. Barely filmed anything, even though we've had so many amazing events. I think I was just enjoying the moments too much to actually think about videoing them, but alas, I'll have a look in the, through other databases and the archives and, see what I can pull out. And if I can't find anything, you'll just get to enjoy seeing me talk to the camera for the next 8 or so minutes. In terms of being an intern here at church, my work's been quite diverse. Been working in youth ministry, young adults ministry, as well as doing worship and helping at Cornerstone School. So I talked a lot about those in the last video, so you guys know that I do a bit of behind the scenes work with organising and stuff, so I thought I'd just talk about some of the key events that have happened since the last time. Later half of the year we've had our young adult camp called Legit. The theme for that was doing the mahi, so we're talking about the Great Commission and our part in it. We had a really awesome speaker for that. Had some awesome worship, of course, as well. We stayed at Highland Home Christian Camp in Bahongana Valley. It was so good. We also had Sarah and Wayne, other amazing interns at Crossroads, do the amazing race for that. It was a big event that they did, so that was pretty awesome. I just helped run a few games in the sessions there. I did help run the big game, or organise and run the big games for our youth group camp, CY camp, also at Highland Home Christian Camp in Bahongana Valley. For that one I did like a huge human foosball competition tournament. It was actually pretty awesome. Used a whole bunch of pallets and some rope, put it together. Took a long time, took a lot of preparation, but it was pretty good. The thing is that I was actually on worship for that as well, so there was a lot of energy that went into that camp from my perspective, but it was so amazing. And then the other big event we had was Guy Fawkes. It was a big bonfire night out at a farm just past Apathy. We had a massive barbecue, cooked by yours truly. We had a set of worship in the wool shed there as well, which was a massive vibe. It was so awesome. Then of course we had fireworks by the bonfire, so that was a really good vibe. Also at CY for the, this final term here, I actually delivered my first ever sermon/message. I did it on temptation and trials and how we deal with those as a Christian, so it was really cool. It was a bit stressed for it because we had block course the same week of that message, so I pretty much got back from Tauranga and quickly set up at CY and then went for it. So yeah, I might put up some footage from that. I've got it all recorded. It was cool. It was definitely a nerve-wracking experience just because of how tired and stressed. Well, not stressed, I was a bit stressed with it, just because of how tired I was, it was good though. It was really awesome. The response was really cool, so I enjoyed doing it. Coming up, we still have our final CY for the year, depending on what happens with the traffic light system with COVID coming into place. But we're having our annual awards night, which is a formal event we do with live music. We have a photo booth, everyone looks dapper for it. It's a formal event. We also have awards that are given out. People get to elect people for awards and, put why they were elected. We get to vote for it and stuff like that. There's different categories, and it's a really awesome way of acknowledging our youth and those that have really stood out in various regards. We've got a baptism tonight, which obviously after this video goes live, it'll be a bit different, but as I'm filming this, we have a baptism coming up. And we had one a week ago as well. So yeah, it's pretty awesome just seeing these youth like making their public declaration of following Jesus. So some good stuff happening in terms of church ministry. But obviously I wanted to reflect a lot more on pathways, how it's benefited me spiritually and personally, and where God's taking me next. So that'll be the next point of topic for this video, so enjoy. So instead of just dedicating heaps of time to doing ministry updates, I thought I'd talk a lot more in this video about my actual time with Pathways. So choosing to do Pathways this year was one of the best decisions I've made in my life for sure. I've been a Christian for a long time now, but there was also a long time where I, definitely wasn't really living as one. I believed in Jesus, I went to church, but out of that, my life certainly didn't reflect it. And it's been like the last couple of years that I've really decided to knuckle down and go all out for God and do the things that I thought He was wanting me to do and to live in the way He wants me to live, which is, lay down the Bible. So when I found out about the internship program at Pathways, how it was mixed with, theological and biblical studies, I knew it was perfect. It was, a way that allowed me to understand the Bible better, looking at it in its cultural, historical, geographical, situation, and then being able to interpret it in a way that's understandable now, and then really be able to apply it to everyday life. So yeah, this course, mixed with my roles at church ministry as well, has allowed for a lot of growth this year, and also a bigger understanding not only of God and the Bible, but also the modern church and its place in the world, the biblical story and future in general, and just how I can fit into this as well. So it's been an incredible year for sure, meeting some amazing Christians from all over New Zealand, some that will be long-time friends for sure. It's also been amazing being taught by incredibly wise but also humble and relatable lecturers. It's really been a course that's pushed me in a good direction with my faith and understanding of my purpose. And I've definitely enjoyed the study aspect of it the most. I've always been a keen learner, especially anything historical. So mixing, the biblical story with its more theological aspects has been quite the journey for me, and I've definitely found a new love in studying theology and just the Bible in general. So it's been pretty awesome. So all of this, of course, has, led me through a huge period of spiritual and personal growth. Of course, I'm still human, I still make mistakes, and I still fail to be a great Christian quite often, but I know I can look back and see how far I've really come, even in just this last year with Pathways. It's been both super special, but also a huge motivation knowing how much I can actually keep growing and knowing there is so much to this journey with God still to go. Despite the fact that this life isn't the end, that because of Jesus, I'll be raised again in a new life. The journey of this life with God is still so amazing. Life has its challenges for sure. That's normal. Being a Christian isn't meant to be easy. But what is so rewarding is being in relationship with the creator of all the world who loves me for who I am, and serving him is just like, man, what's not to love about that? And with all this growth and new knowledge, it definitely left me wondering, what's next? I knew I didn't want to just be like, have this as a one-year thing, but the start of something new. My ideas at the moment are to continue studying theology. I've put an enrollment through to Otago University, so I guess we'll see what happens. Eventually I'd like to do a bachelor as well in history, but one step at a time. I just love learning, and I really want to learn so much more and then be able to share that knowledge by teaching, perhaps at an institution like Pathways or something different in the future, but definitely I want to get into more academic teaching and therefore a lot of academic learning first. These are just my ideas though. I have to just wait and see for what God has in store for me. I trust in Him and His plans for me, even if I don't know what they are yet. And what I do know though is that regardless, this year at Pathways will definitely not have been a waste. I've learned so much and met some really amazing people that I'll cherish forever. So yeah, thanks to so much to the team at Pathways for an incredible year. Even if a lockdown and various COVID changes made it different to what was planned. And of course a big thank you to the students as well. It's been an absolute pleasure, and I'd definitely recommend this course to anyone that wants to start taking their faith more seriously and look into church ministry or just even studying the Bible, because doing the practical and then the academic aspects are a really good balance, and I yeah, definitely enjoyed doing it. So thank you very much, and I thank you to whoever listened to this. Cheers.